Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm here with Garrett Harrison, and I purposely left this open because I don't know why, I just love looking at. I love it. He is just so perfect. He is the Everly Sculpt by Laura Lee Eagles, which, by the way, I love Laura Lee Eagles sculpts. I am adding her kits to my collection, so one of these days I would love to show you guys my Laura Lee Eagles collection, but sorry, I still have a cold, so my voice is gonna sound crappy. Oh, he's so cute. I don't know why I love looking at open snaps like this. This little diaper. So cute. But anyways, I'm here to answer the 2 truths and a tag that I've done a few days ago. Okay, so I have 3 statements. 2 were real and 1 was false. The first story I talked about was about my brother and I, when we were kids, we used to love playing medieval sports with each other. Like, you know how kids play cops and robbers or cowboys and Indians? Well, my brother and I did the same sort of games, but with swords, the medieval swords. The second story was about when I found that injured puppy alongside the highway, and I really wanted to rescue this thing, so I carried him home, and on the way it started raining, and I remember the puppy getting really heavy, and like I just got him home, or her home, I can't remember, but okay, so about the puppy anyway. And then the third story was about when I hiked in the woods, which I did a lot of when I was a teenager. I came across this destroyed house, and it was like broken down house remains, and like I remember finding a can of like soup or something, like open tin can, and there was this doll, this destroyed old doll, and a boot. It was really interesting. So anyways, I want to thank the people that commented down below on that video, and I just want to show you. So Springtime Creations Nursery, Jenny said that the first story is false. Baby Bunting Nursery, Suzanne said that number 2 is false, the puppy. Danielle Bardot, I think that's how you say it, sorry if I get it wrong. She said the puppy story is false. Rejoice Reborn's Kalina, or is it Kalena? She said the first story is false. Gloria Faust, or Faust, I'm not sure which way you say that, sorry. She said the first one was false. And then Mama's, or Reborn Pumpkin Patch Jessica said that the third story is false. So I'll tell you the answer, and then I'll tell you a little bit about each story, because I still think it's interesting. Okay. The story that is false is the number 2. The puppy story is false. It wasn't a puppy that I found. It was actually, this sounds really funny, but it was a log. It was a log, and it was like a big stick or something. It was a special kind of log that I found. And it did start raining, and this log was getting heavier and heavier and heavier, but I was so determined to take home this special log home. And I did. I made it. So the first story is true. My brother and I loved the show, the movie called Red Sonja, and in fact I have it on DVD. Let's see, where is it? Right here. And I'll show you the other movies that I also used to love as a kid. Okay, this was a movie, Red Sonja, that we would act out. and I was Red Sonja, even though my hair wasn't red. But, and Andy, my brother, that's his name, Andy, he would play his part. So that was cool. We also loved this movie as a kid, Beastmaster. He is also from the medieval times with a sword. And we also loved this movie, Willow, which there is some sword fighting a bit in there. There's some other movies that we also loved that I don't have on DVD, but I used to have on VHS, and that would be Legend with Tom Cruise when he was a teenager. That was a really good one. But then when I grew up into my 20s, she was my new hero, Xena, the warrior princess. Yeah, I love Xena. And she has a black hair like me. So anyways, yeah, we used to act out sword fighting. It was so much fun. Now the third story, me hiking into the woods. It is a true story. The airport, that's where I grew up. I grew up at a lake in a community of maybe 18 to 20 families at most. There might be less than that. But, and the woods was my backyard. And in fact, back in the, I'm not sure which I'm not sure which decade, probably back in like the 60s or 50s or something. The airport where I grew up was actually a military base, and they used to have a hospital. They used to have, excuse me, they used to have a lot more, they had a lot of things up there at the military base. They had people living there, they had hospitals, they had a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I used to love hiking in the woods, and no friends would want to come with me because I took too long. They said I would hike for hours and hours and hours with no food, no water, just me and myself. That's it. So, oh, and sometimes I used to bike. I used to take my bike and go riding in the woods because there's a lot of trails in the bush too. So, so yeah. The story that was false was the puppy one, because it wasn't a puppy, it was a log. That's funny. So anyways, here is Garrett. He is looking, oh my goodness, so cute. I think I'll dress him into winter clothes now though, now that the weather is changing quite a lot. So anyways guys, thank you so much for playing along, and it was a lot of fun. And until next time, guys, take care. Have a really great day. Bye for now. Love you. Bye. Bye, guys.